Take a moment right here, feeling like it's out gear. Driving towards the sun with a rose and a gun. Feel the wind in my hair, going nowhere I swear. Like an outlaw on the run, dangerous but it's so fun. Running, running, no. Hold on, don't let go. Running, running, no.
Oriole Park in Camden Hills is the venue for our coverage of sports today. It is opening day in the 2022 MLB season, and the home team Baltimore Orioles will be hosting the Toronto Blue Jays. Coming live next. There's always nothing like a first pitch on opening day, and John Mears has the honour of being our first pitch of the day. Welcome to Baltimore, the Oriole Park in Camden Hills. It is opening day here for the 2022 baseball season. Glad to have you with us today as we get the first pitch underway. This is a strike one as the batter Bo Bichette leaves it for a strike. Lovely day here in Baltimore this afternoon. Only a few clouds in the sky, but it is a beautiful day to open a baseball season. Best conditions, and we will bring you all the scores and news on the bottom of the screen from everywhere else to keep you guys in the know. And the Red Sox and the Rays have just started in the first. It's 0-0. We have our first strikeout. Bo Bichette not able to get one hit on the board. And a great opening day's pitching there by Mears, and he gets the first strikeout of the new season. The Guardians are 0-0 as well, and we're going to get our first base hit immediately after, and that is actually out. Great fielding there.
The first baseman.
And there is your Toronto Blue Jays lineup on the batting side today. Guerrero Jr. will be coming next, and Guerrero Jr. is the main man we're marking today. Cracker going on between the Pirates and their opponents there. 7-2 already. Will this be a base hit? No. And that's already the end of the first. And it's a very quick 1-2-3 out for the Blue Jays. We got a couple of hits, but no official ones. And it's 0-0. Here we are for the bottom half of the first. The Mets having a bit of a difficult one. They're 5-1 down already. And it's Gerson with the pitch, and he gets a ball. Well, no sooner had the Blue Jays gone into the batting area, they were out of it again. Sometimes that does happen. And another ball there from Guzman there. And, he's now ahead in the count. And there we go, there's a strike one. It just feels like leaving it at the moment. He leaves it again. And, the crowd is not happy. He's just not swinging the ball at the moment, or swinging at the ball, should we say. It's also a testament to the pitching, and that one's actually, he's gone for the hit there. It's going to be pumped up, and Springer is going to be right underneath it for the out.
Batting second, the second baseman, Jorge.
And we've got Jose Mazzio coming up next. So the Orioles really are on the verge of something. They've been building their team nicely over the last couple of seasons and becoming one of the dark horses in their division. And the same could be said for the Blue Jays as well. So this is a very intriguing matchup between two teams on the rise in the last year or so. And let's see how leaves that for ball one. And that's going to be drew up foul. And the first action for the ball boy this season. It's going to go through for a base hit. Springer's going to come up behind the fielder. And that's going to be our first base hit of the day.
Batting third, the center fielder.
Mateo did really well there. Getting it right in the gap, past Guzman the pitcher. And then just out of the reach of the fielder there on, I think it was first base. Another ball won by Guzman. He's not pitching too well today. And not is this, the Oriole batsmen are having it easy here. That's better into the zone for strike one. For the pitch, and that's strike two. And that's going to be a hit towards the out area. It's going to be very close to the foul ball. It is going to be a foul ball, but Hernandez is going to bring it in for the out. Throwing it to second base. Of course, the batsman can't move now with the base runner can't move when Mateo with the out there, so he has to go back. Ryan Huncliffe on the ball, and then it's going to be left for strike one. Not sure what those signs are on for the coach there. On to for pitch number two, and it's strike two. The Orioles not hitting the ball with constant vigor here. He hits on the third swing. It's going to be popped up. It's going to be caught here by Esbolt. And that is going to be the end of the first. So no score here in Baltimore so far. Still 0-0, but one hit for the Orioles. And we get the second line of batsmen for the Blue Jays then. It's Springer in now. Still looking for our first score of the game. Looking through the first innings at all. The Blue Jays were out as quickly as in, and the Orioles lasted a lot longer, but only got the one hit on base. And he swung through that, Springer. So we'll look at the umpires for today's game. Our friends at MLB The Show bringing us all the scores so far. Still 0-0 between the Red Sox and the Rays. That's a good hit by Springer. Is it going to be pumped up in the air? It is. And unfortunately, he's going to be caught out there by the fielder.
That is fifth, the right fielder, Teoscar Hernandez.
Teoscar Hernandez is coming in.
All right, Baltimore, let's go! Let's go, Baltimore!
Hernandez swung at that one. It was going to be a foul ball. The Stones says it would have been a ball if he'd left it though, however, so not the best call there. He left that one for a ball. That was very high. That almost hit him. And left that for ball two. So now he's ahead in the count. Cardinals and the Pirates is now 7-2. That's going to be foul ball. It would have been a ball had it counted. Nationals 5, Mets 1 in the fifth. And at the moment, so they started a bit ahead of us. Check swing, but it was going to be strike three. He is gone. And still no score here.
Batting sixth,
Plenty of hits for the Blue Jays this time around, but they've all been foul balls mostly. And I popped up one earlier. Check swing, but it's strike one anyway. Here's Oriole Jr. And he's gone straight through him with a crowd member chanting strike. And well, that's unfortunate. And he's going to leave that for ball one. It's actually in the dirt there. Leaves that one for ball two. He's even at the count now. And that's strike three, and he's gone. And still no hits for the Blue Jays here. Really struggling early on with no hits. But of course, we're only in the mid-second.
Leading off for the Orioles, the designated hitter, Trey Mancini.
He's coming in now. He's still pitching on the mound for the Blue Jays. Throws the pitch, and that's strike one. There really doesn't seem to be a lot of hitting for the batsmen so far. Still no movement at bat. Strike two. And now it's popped up at ball three. But Hernandez is there again. And it's another out.
Batting sixth, the right fielder, Anthony
Santander into bat now. I believe the Guardians are newly named from a rebrand, so they will be playing later. That's strike one. And swings at that one, but it's going to be a foul ball. And strike three. And the batsmen are really struggling on both sides today. It's going to be a pitcher's day, it looks like.
left fielder, Austin Hayes.
Now is Austin Hayes, he leaves that for ball one. I look very close there. I think some would argue that probably should be strike one, but the umpires brought it as ball. And he recovers there for strike one. Counts even. No one seems intent on swinging almost at anything at the moment. And the Orioles do already have that one hit on the board. Look at that one. With quite velocity, and it was ended up being a foul ball. Hayes continues and is struck out. And that is the end of the second innings. Still no score. The batsmen are not having the best of days out here. It is a pitcher's day at the moment. 0-0 so far. So now we are at the top of the third with still no score.
The third baseman, Matt Chapman.
It's going to be Chapman up now. The Blue Jays. Swings at that one, but it ends up being a foul ball. Best of pastures there. Looks like he misread that. Probably would have been better to leave it for a ball, honestly. Although I think it would have been counted as a strike anyway. Here's the pitch, and he gets... Oh, that's strike two. That's just in the zone. Right now where it can't be reached. Good pitch. That was the third one, and that's ball one. He's left him for a strike. He thought it was going to be a ball. That's Chapman gone. That's the 4th strikeout for Mears already.
The second baseman, Santiago.
Just left it. He's not happy about it, but all's fair there, in my opinion. That's the Orioles up to bat. And they're going to check with the umpire. It didn't go all the way around. It counts as ball 1. They'll just swing it in again. Go to the call again. No swing all the way around again. Ball 2. Ball 3. It would have been ball 3, but Esmeralda swung at it. It was a mile off. He read that completely wrong. Strike 1. He leaves that one and ends up being strike 2. Would have been better doing that a ball ago. Swings that one. It's going to be popped up. Is the fielder going to get there? No. It's going to be foul ball. You're staying alive at the moment. The count's 2-2. The pitch. And it's going to be strike 3. Even though he checked his swing, it would have been ruled a strike anyway.
Batting 9. The catcher, Alejandro Kirk.
And now it's Alejandro Kirk, and he gets he's up swinging for strike 1. Oh, and that actually hit him. And he will get the walk on first base.
The batter, number 11, shortstop, Bo
And
Bichette.
that'll be pretty much a hit, although it won't count as one. We're a runner on first. Bo Bichette's back in. And leaves that for strike 1. Well, it was Means apologising for the ball there, hitting him. No evil intent there. Same, my bad. That can happen. And Bichette evens up the count at 1 apiece. With ball 1 there. He swung at it, foul ball. It would have been ball 2 though. It's a lot easier up here with all the graphics, but it is down there on the diamond. That's for sure. Oh, he swung. Oh, he had to jump out of the way of it. Ball 2. A couple of erratic pitches there. Probably would have been better if he'd actually left it. And of course, you don't want to cause yourself serious injury. Hindsight's a wonderful thing. That's ball 3. And now the count is full. 3-2. Oh, and he left it for ball 4, and he didn't get it. Strike 3. He is gone. That's the side retired. And after 3.5, we still have no score here. And with the tail end of the batting order for the Orioles now.
For the Orioles, the third baseman, Rugden. Oh,
Orioles going to kick things off here. And it's been a pitcher's day so far. We have no score here at all. Now that's going to go way over by Goose. When it goes over everybody, it goes for ball 1. As we have a look at the field there. Lining up for the Blue Jays today. And of course Toronto loving its baseball, being the only affiliated Canadian team in the league. Very much like their NBA counterparts, the Toronto Raptors. The former NBA champions, of course. The Yankees and the Rangers will be taking on each other later today. The Yankees obviously the favourites every year. That's the second strikeout for Guzman then.
the catcher, Robinson.
And he soon leaves that for ball 1. And coming up later will be the Phillies and the Astros. That's going to be a fun one. And he's gone for strike one. No one wants to swig at anything. Mostly when they do swig at things, it ends up being either a foul ball or a pop-up for an eventual out. Leaves that for ball two. Just outside, I think. Looking at it.
Here we go.
That's going to go for strike two as it's a foul ball. Diamondbacks and the Brewers are in the third. Still 0-0 there as well. So we're not the only ones. It's a very difficult ball for him to reach. Stays alive. And he swings at that one. It's strike three. And he is gone. That is Guzman's fourth strikeout.
Shortstop.
And the men on the mound are having the best day at the moment. And now the batting order is back at number one. Swings at that, strike one. It's going to be going to Guerrero Jr. is going to step on the plate, and that is the Orioles retired. And amazingly, after three, still only one hit from Baltimore, and ultimately there's no score. And the brand new show commentary team this year. That's going to be Chris Singleton in the comm booth this year. From our friends at the show.
Go back to Toronto, Blue Jays.
It's a very hostile crowd for the Blue Jays today. And I don't think this crowd has their opening day spirit today. They're not going to make it easy for the visiting side. Ball one. Swings at that. And he's gone. And it's going to be a base hit. And that is going to be the first base hit for the Blue Jays today.
Now batting, the first baseman, Vladimir Guerrero Jr.
Now Guerrero Jr. is in. Guerrero leaves it. Strike one. Yankees and Rangers have started off, and already in the first, Yankees are already up by 4. White Sox are also up by 3 in their game against the Twins already. A couple of late start-offs or first pitches there, whatever you like to call it, kickoffs. You know, that's football or soccer. Some big scores already in that first innings. That's ball one. Well, both teams will certainly be happy that there's no runs on the board at this middle part stage. And Guerrero tries to steal the base. Means has definitely got his eye on that first base. I think the Cardinals and Pirates game is finished 7-2 to the Cardinals there. So they take the win for the opening day. And the 7th between Washington and the Mets. It's still 7-1 there. I think that was called for a strikeout because he went all the way around on the ball.
George Springer.
So Springer will come in now. There may be a hostile crowd. You've just got to put that out of your mind and focus on your game. It can be easier said than done, but it can also be done. These are the best players on the planet in here in the majors. Just outside for ball one. Rockies have a 3-0 lead already in the first. Means does not want to have a steal to his name. It's very intent on making sure he stays there. Springer leaves that for strike one.
Come on, Orioles.
And that is ball two. Now the count is 2-2 for strike two there. Springer leaving another one. He'll be inclined to swing now. He does. It's a being fouled.
Go back to Toronto, Blue
He swings at that. That goes to the left. That's going to be another base hit. And is... They're going to make a run for third. No, he's not. I think that was the right decision because looking at it, this is a great hit from Springer. Right to the left, gets a base hit. Now, it bounces off the wall into the fielder's hand there, and then he was quickly on to throw it to the closest guy to him, who could have thrown it to third base, and it would have been very tight had the runner there gone for it. So, I think that was the right decision. The bases are 2-1. And that went behind for strike one. Foul ball, that is. It's Hernandez up. Oh, he swung at that. It's going to be foul ball. Strike two. That was a very difficult ball to handle. Not sure why he didn't leave it, to be honest. Oh, and I think the bat's broke and he's gone. Now, is he going to make it? No, he's not. But the Springer and the other runners now in scoring position. And that is a sacrifice play there. The bat had snapped in half. And this was probably closer than it had to be. A little closer than it first looked anyway. I think it's nice clear cut there, but it does mean that the Blue Jays could get the first runs on the board now here. Junior with that one. Oh, he swings at that. Oh, that looked nasty. Strike one. Way outside the zone as well. He's swung at that one. That's going to be popped up and that's going to be out. And that is going to be the end of the mid-fourth. So, no score, but Toronto have come closest thus far. But it's still 0-0. Here we are at the bottom of the fourth.
Leading off for the Orioles, the second baseman, Jorge Mateo.
Mateo up at the plate next. Let's get the pitch. He goes for the bunt. Chapman's going to pick it up and throw it. That's going to be out. Baltimore Orioles just a bit hasty to put a run on the board. It didn't work out, that bunt. Now, here's number 3. And he's still holding a 4-0 lead. There's an RBI in that game. It's ball one here for the moment. Oh, that looks like strike one. It's strike one, but should it be ball two? That's very close indeed. On the fourth, still no score. That one is going to be popped up. And Hernandez is going to get under this one as well. The Orioles are certainly hitting it hard enough.
The first baseman, number 6.
Well, hitting it hard, but not hard enough, really.
Mountcastle.
And Mountcastle comes in. And it did finish 7-2 between the Pirates and the Cardinals there. Oh, that's a zipping ball, and Tehran is going to be struggling to get there. Now, is this probably could be an extra base or two? It is. It's a good hit. It's a very good hit by the Orioles. It's the first meaningful hit they've had.
Designated hitter, Trey.
Mountcastle did brilliantly hit. What a hit. And it was too far for the fielder. It bounced into his hand, luckily, off the wall. But he was never out, never in any danger. He was way off the mound to make an impact there. And another hit to the left. It's another fair ball. Now, can the Orioles get to the home? They can. Mountcastle gets the first score of the game. And the other one, well, he made second base.
Right fielder, Anthony.
Well, he went for the same hit as Mountcastle did. And it proved to work wonders. Again, the fielder has to run a little bit further than he probably would have liked. And that puts the first run up on the board. Ryan Mountcastle gets the score. That boosts up the Orioles' win expectancy to 71%. Still very early, mind you, though. And that one's thrown for ball one. This pitch, and it's gone off the front of his bat and fouled for strike one. Oh, absolute blitzing pitch there. And Santander wanted nothing to do with that, but he swung at it anyway. It was kind of a wild miss, to be fair. Oh, and Guerrero was a great catch. What a fantastic catch from Guerrero Jr. here. That was a stunning catch to end the inning. But the Orioles are now up by one. But that is definitely a nice highlight play for the day. 1-0 to the Orioles. Back with us here at the top of the fifth. We have our first score, and it came to Baltimore. But the innings ended with a great catch from Guerrero Jr. And now Chapman is up at the plate. And he checks his swing, but it was going to be ruled strike one anyway. And he went all the way around in any case. Check his swing, it's ruled at strike two. And he broke the plate there as well. Leaves up for ball one as it's in the dirt. The Rays have got a couple of runs on the board against the Red Sox. Yankees have let one out against the Texas Rangers. Out comes the ball for a pop out. It's going to be out number one. Twins and White Sox into the second, and they've already got 5 on the board. Very early big scores coming in. Espinal here. He's up at the batting plate here. And it would have been, it's ruled at strike one. I guess he broke the plate, and that's why it's ruled, because it would look like it would have been ball one. He definitely did break the plate on his swing, even though he checked it. Left that for strike two. If he swings at that one, it would have been strike three. So he stays alive. Checked his swing, but it's strike three anyway. Aspill's gone. It's the 8th strikeout for Means.
The catcher, Alejandro.
And now Alejandro Kirk is back in. Oh, out, almost hit it. Ball one. And someone wasn't happy with that call by the sound of it in the crowd. And that is ball two. A couple of wild pitches by Means here. He's not intending to hurt anyone. No one ever does. Someone shouting swing. He didn't, and it ended up at ball three. Good avoiding of the mind games there by Kirk, and he actually didn't swing. Ended up at ball three. Probably should be strike one if you could argue. And that is strike one, and that should be ball 4. It's a lot easier up here with all the graphics we have, however, so we do have to give the umpires the benefit of the doubt. A couple of missed calls there, to be fair. And he leaves that for strike 2. The count is full. Means has to avoid the ball if he can. Kirk swings at it, and it's going to be a pop-up. It would have been strike 3 anyway. He's going to get caught. And the Blue Jays can't seem to get any runs on the board. It could prove vital later on. Here we are with number 7 in the batting order for the Orioles as we start the bottom of the 5th.
The left fielder, Austin Hayes.
And he struck out in the second, Austin Hayes, so we'll be looking to better that here. And he leaves that for strike 1. Well, it's certainly proving to be a low-scoring game so far. We've almost gone past the halfway point in this game. At the bottom of the 5th, with only 1 run scored by the Orioles early on. Oh, and that's ripped. And that is going to go all the way. Surely, it's going, it's going, it's gone. It's a home run by Austin Hayes. It's out of here. And that means the Orioles take a 2-0 lead. Well, we said he needed to improve on the second when he struck out. He's certainly done that. Home run. And the Orioles take the initiative here. And that was an absolutely crushing hit by Austin Hayes. Nothing wrong with the pitch, but oh my word, that is out of here. Travel distance of 391. Someone actually caught it in the crowd, and they will forever be able to say, I called a home run baseball on opening day of the season. Gore came in, and that's ball 1. Well, the Blue Jays were certainly the favourites going into this game, but the Orioles are defying expectations, and we always love a good underdog story. Not completely the underdogs, however. Strong at that one, it's foul ball. Counts 1 and 2. And this game is livened up a little bit now. Oh, Guzman, what a pitch. Oh, nothing that can be done about that one. Here's Robinson Chino's strikeout in the 3rd. His last at-bat. I think he's still holding on to a 4-1 lead in their game against the Texans. And that is far. And Tubby is going to get under this one for the out.
Now batting, the shortstop, Romo Urias.
Urias comes in. And left that for strike 1. Zipping pitch there by Guzman. And he gets that one. Guerrero Jr. can't catch it. It's going to be a base hit. Well, he almost went for the repeat that he did earlier in the game. I think it was the end of the 3rd, wasn't it?
Now back, second baseman.
And it was almost exactly the same scenario, but that time he missed it. And it ended up being a base hit. The Orioles starting to get some real hits in here. Zipping pitch by Guzman, and that's strike 1. And the pitch, and oh, it's a real hard hit. Is that going to be another one out of the park? No, but Hernandez is going to miss it, and that is going to mean go for home, and he made it. And Baltimore gets a 3rd run on the board. Well, this was just really unfortunate. It was such a hard hit again. In the same place the home run was, I believe. And it bounces off the wall. And that's just unfortunate, really. And Mateo goes for 3rd. So he gets a triple on that play. And Baltimore now really starting to stamp their authority here. Left that for strike one. He was swinging at it. And this opening day crowd has a lot to cheer about.
That's a ball.
It's ball one.
Look out, 1-1.
And for strike two.
Count is 1 and 2.
It's going to be popped foul, and Chapman's going to get under it. Yes, he is. And there's the end of the fifth. And another run on the board for the Orioles. They're starting to stamp their authority here. They lead 3-0. Back here for the sixth inning to begin.
Leading
And
off the Blue Jays,
Mobichante is up first now. And Bichette opens the batting over here, and he got the ball would have hit him, but he swung at it. And that means it's fouled at strike one. Probably should have left it in hindsight. Left that one for strike two. And the Blue Jays now having a bit of a troubled time here. Left that for ball one. Probably just about. And just pull another one back against the Yankees. It's looking a little closer there now. Bichette swung at that again at ball. It would have been ball two, but it's strike two instead. I think there's another one that was aiming right for him. And that would have been ball three. Bichette swings at that one again. And that's ball two. Angels and the Athletics will be taking on each other later today. And it was ripped indeed. Bichette left it and he struck out.
now batting, left fielder, Oriole.
Well, Means is doing great at the mound today. He's on his way for a shutout in the opening day at the moment. Tapia comes in. He left that for strike one. Well, it's almost finished between the Nationals and the Mets. And they're up by 7-2 in the final inning of that one. Tapia swung at that one. It would have been ball one. Reds have the lead against the Cubs in the third of that one, and that's caught out. As soon as Tapia hit it, he was gone.
Vladimir Guerrero Jr.
Now Guerrero Jr. has come in. Had that awesome catch in the third. Almost had one last time out as well, but unfortunately went over him. And that's fouled away. 2021 All-Star MVP for the Blue Jays. Guerrero Jr. and he swung at that one. And it's going to be foul ball. Ends up for ball one. Again, been called a strike anyway. Look at this, right on the edge there. And when he swung all the way around, and that's strike three, he's gone. And the Blue Jays still with absolutely nothing as 4, 5, and 6 are coming up for the Orioles. Up next. Here we go. Ryan Mountcastle scored last time out.
The first baseman, Ryan Mountcastle.
Oh, he ripped at that one, Mountcastle. It ended up being strike one. Strike two, rather, because of the foul ball earlier. Rips at that one. Could that be another home run? Tapia's under it. It's out of here. Home run for Ryan Mountcastle. And it is gone. Home run again for the Orioles. I think that's their third home run of the game. They are absolutely commanding on the batting side at the moment. And they're shutting out the team on the pitching side as well. There's been nothing wrong with the pitch. Just a great hit again. Mountcastle knew it was gone before it even started moving. Sometimes you just feel it when you hit it like that. And 413, which is further than the last one. I think someone caught that one as well. Wouldn't it be funny if it was the same person? Someone takes home 2 baseballs for the day. It's a great day out. Tapia catches this one. And that's for out number 1. We have to say the Orioles are in total command of this game at the moment. And of course, this is only game 1 in a 4-game series between these two. Over the next 3 days, of course, discounting this one. The Brewers have a 4-0 lead in the 6th. The Braves and the Mariners are tied at 2 in the 3rd. Padres have the lead against the Giants. It's strike number 3. And that's I think that's a 6th strikeout for Guzman, so he's doing okay. He was Austin Hayes who got the first home run of the day. Swings at that one, it's going to be foul ball. That is ball 1. That almost hit him. I'm not sure how much he knew about it. So that one for a foul ball. So that one for another foul. It's going to go for a foul. Kirk's going to get under it. And it's going to bounce out. He couldn't get it. And finally got him. And that is the end of the 6th. Ryan Mountcastle. Man getting the home run here. An absolutely ripping hit. And the Orioles here in complete command, up by 4 runs to 0. Here we are at the top of the 7th for the Toronto Blue Jays. George Springer is back in, and here at Oriole Park, it has been an Oriole day for them. Plenty of home runs in the latter stages of this game. We couldn't buy a run earlier on. It was a pitcher's day, but Baltimore have taken the initiative now. And it leaves that for ball 1. A couple of pitchers warming up in the bullpen here. Dylan Tate and Tanner Scott. Most likely one of them will be taking over pitching duties as we approach the final 2 innings of this game. And the Springer's going to get a base hit. Is he going to get to number 2? No, he's not. Hopefully that'll get things going here.
The right fielder, Teoscar Hernandez.
And now Hernandez is in. Hernandez leaves that for ball 1. It's a slider outside the zone there. And that is called strike one. That was ball one to me. Again, a bit of a questionable decision. We have all the TV graphics on the board. The umpires don't. They have to rely on their own eyes to do that. So, again, benefit of the doubt, but it really should have been ball one. There we go. Or ball two. That should be now ball three, but... he swung at that one. He kept it in play. It's going to be a double play, surely. And no, it's not. It's actually called an error. There's no out at all. It's scored an error. And wow, the Blue Jays definitely got away with one there. I always would have loved to be a mascot. It seems like such a fun job.
Let's go! Shut him down!
This crowd is certainly cheering today. They've had plenty to cheer about. Ball one. But I would have always loved to be a mascot. It seems such a fun job. And the people that are the mascots have just a great time. Certainly a job I would have loved to do. Along with being in the booth with you guys, of course. And a love of mine for day one, pretty much. As we get there with ball two. You guys know my influences by now. The great Murray Walker, who we sadly lost over a year ago. Rest in peace, Murray. And the pitch goes for ball three. Is it going to be called ball three? Yes, it is. And Oriole Jr. is having his way. He's got the full count on terms of balls. Leaves that for strike one. He's almost anticipating maybe a ball four. He's playing for it, that's for sure. That would have the bases loaded. It will. That is ball four. And if Toronto don't get any score from this, they won't be scoring at all. Here comes the Orioles coach. Looks like to take Means off. His action is done for the day. He's done his job. Really. That's probably the only real bad passage of play he's had. Of course, he had the run given earlier when he accidentally hit the player. George Lopez is in.
Number 48, Jorge Lopez.
112 strikeouts in 33 games. A few walks there as well. Now it's Matt Chapman into bat. The bases are loaded for the Blue Jays. No outs. They need to score from here. This is crucial now. He's out for ball one. This has certainly been the Blue Jays' best batting performance today. They need to score at least one from this, maybe two. There's ball two. And Lopez isn't having a good start to his batting, his pitching time here. They're giving away two balls. The last thing you want to do on your first pitch of the day is give away a walk. And there was a call-out swing, and he swung, and it's strike one. It would have been ball three. Should be really some rulings against that, maybe. And Chapman hit at that one. Now, what's going to happen here? There's going to be a throw at home. It's going to be a sacrifice double play. Toronto have got a run on the board. There's a guy at third base, the 1 and 2 at the double play here. And this was well played. Boom, out a long, long way. And I'm not sure the second one's an out. To be honest with you. I'm not really sure about that. And Espinal leaves that for strike one. 2 strikeouts for him so far in this game. And that is going to be strike two. Even if you checked to swing, it would have been strike two anyway. This one's So that one, and that's going to be caught out. That's going to be the third out of the day. And no, it was dropped. It was dropped. And the third base runner was made it home. And what happened? Because I'm pretty sure it was popped up. Are we not going to get a replay? No, we're not. I guess either it fell short or it was dropped. I missed it completely. That's a very wide ball one. And this has definitely been the Blue Jays' best innings so far. At bat, that is. They got 2 now. They've halved the deficit down to 2. It's been a compelling late half of this game. That's going to be ball 2. It's in the dirt. That's going to be ball 3. Bichette is ready. Should it be ball 4? And if it would be ball 4, put Blue Jays in even more scoring position. And leaves that for ball 4, and that will be the case. Again, very close. But Lopez is not having a good time out there. And now Bichette is back in. Runners on first and second. It's crucial for the Blue Jays. Leaves that for ball 1. Espinal and Kirk at bases 2 and 1. Leaves that for ball 2. And almost a steal base there, maybe. Snap back in. At the top there, it was Espinal. Swings at that one. Oh, it's going to be caught. And that is the end of the 7th. And the Toronto Blue Jays have halved the deficit by 2 after a pretty decent innings. It's now 4-2 here now. We've got a game on our hands. Welcome back to the Oracle Park in Campton, and we are having a bit of a game here so far. The Blue Jays have come off a great top half of the 7th in terms of batting performance all throughout the day. The Orioles' 4-0 lead has been halved, and now it is 4-2. And maybe that top half of the 7th will be just what the Blue Jays need to spur on and take over this game. It's been an Oriole game so far. Late in the day at between the Red Sox and the Rays. It's 5-4 to the Rays now in the 7th. Guzman gets another strikeout. He swung at it. This is his 8th now.
Now batting, the catcher, Robinson Chirino.
Chirino is back in. Look at that third pitch, 96 miles per hour. No wonder he couldn't see it. Guardians are down by 1 in the 4th. And that's a hit. And that's going to have Chirino take first base. And that was not what Guzman needed.
The shortstop, Ramon Urias.
Now Urias is in. And that's taken for ball 1. There is strike 1. Let's give it a 2-3 RBI in that game. Nationals and Mets has finished 7-2. That one has popped up. Springer's going to come under it. He's going to throw it to Chapman at third base. The Brewers are beating the Diamondbacks by 5 runs to 0 in the 7th there. It's pretty much settled, for the moment anyway. Between the Braves and the Mariners is 2-2. The Cubs have overturned a 1-run deficit to take the lead. They're in the 4th now. Chicago turned it around. Rockies have emphatically ahead of the Dodgers by 6 runs to 0 in the 4th. Colorado having a fun day there. And some Padres up by 2 in the 4th. And gets a pop up there. Espinal's going to get under it. It's going to be out. That's going to be the end of the 7th. And the Blue Jays now starting to get the initiative here. And the Orioles, he may be angry, but it's still 4-2.
Your attention, please.
And Tyler Wells has come in to pitch for the top of the 8th here in Baltimore. The Orioles are up by 2 with a 4-2 lead. And the pitcher that replaced Means really didn't do all that well, so I think that was blatantly obvious. The switch is pretty warranted. Here's Tapia with the first pitch of this inning. Facing it, that is. It's going to be rolled out for an out, unfortunately. It's just the way it goes.
The batter, Guerrero Jr.
It's been a pretty great first day, as you can see the bottom of the screen. Now the Rays and the Red Sox are at 6-4. Yankees up 5-3. The Rangers are making a game of it down in Texas at the moment. Guerrero Jr. flying at that one, way out of the strike zone there. Cole Saucer is warming up in the Oriole bullpen. So the Orioles just switching pitchers all over the place. It's a perfect hit by Guerrero Jr. He's going to go through for a base hit. And he's going for second. It's going to be close, but it's going to be safe. And the throw wasn't great. And the Blue Jays now in prime scoring position to take another one here. It's an absolutely wonderful hit. They're starting to really get into this game now, the Blue Jays. It'd be unfortunate if they were to lose this. They've certainly made a great case for themselves late in today's game. And now Springer's coming in. He's 0 for 3 today. That's popped up. And it's going to be right underneath. It barely travelled anywhere. In fact, it was a loss on where the ball was going. Rose has got under it for an out. Now Hernandez is up. It's that one. It's going to be popped up again. And it's out. And the Toronto Blue Jays will just have one more chance to reel the Orioles in. It's going their way. We're approaching the 9th. And they're still up by 4 runs to 2.
Ladies and gentlemen, your attention.
And now Tim Mars is coming in.
For the Blue Jays, number 58, Tim Mesa.
In comes
Leading
Mullins
off
here.
for the Orioles, the center fielder, Cedric Mullins.
So here we go then. Bottom of the 8th. The Orioles still leading by 2. And basically, they can afford not to score on this one because the Blue Jays have to score 2 in the 9th. They even lose the game without even playing the bottom half. Using the Red Sox in the 8th. 6-2 to them. The Yankees leading the Rangers by 5-3. The Rangers are definitely making a game out of it now. They're in the 5th. 2 foul balls, another foul ball. It's still 0-2. Red Sox leading between 6-3. Another foul ball by Mullins. Another foul ball by Mullins. Injuries in the Alex will play later tonight. And that ball's in the dirt for ball 1. 44,970 official attendance today. Good opening day of the 2022 season. And it has been a happy day if you're an Orioles fan. It's going to be a bit tense in the final in the top half of the ninth, where the Blue Jays will have to score 2 to tie the game and send it through into the bottom of the ninth. And it's going to be strike 1. And it's going to be strikeout actually because of all the foul balls Mullins hit earlier.
The first baseman,
finally,
number 6,
down.
Mountcastle.
Right in the center. Mullins didn't even attempt to swing at it. Mountcastle has a home run to his name. He's done all the scoring for the Orioles this afternoon. As that goes for strike 1. Well, he got an RBI earlier as well. Home run and a double RBI. It's been his game today. That is going to be strike 1. Strike 2, my apologies. Would have been strike 3, right in the corner. Mountcastle fouled it away. He survives. Doesn't survive that one. Strikeout, swinging at it.
The batter, the designated hitter, Trey Mancini.
Well, Mesa has done his job. In this one, he is kind of stopped the runs counting up and made the Orioles catchable in the final half of the, what could be the final half of the game. And that's the end. Guerrero Jr. with another great catch. And it's all down to the top of the ninth. The Blue Jays need to score 2 to tie, 3 to win.
Your attention, please.
And Cole Sursa's job
Number 54.
will be to stop that from happening. He will pitch this, what could be the final half inning of this game. And here we go. Oriole Jr. He got a walk in the 7th. And he starts out what could be the final half of this game. Toronto need 2 to tie to send it to the 9th. Even if they get ahead, the Orioles still have 1 batting innings left. So they need 2 to really force the Orioles to bat. Well, Jr. has 2 foul balls. The count 0-2. Yankees and Rangers are in the 6th. And still 5-3 ahead. And we will finish here before that does. And that's going to be strike 3 for Guerrero Jr. And that is not the start that the Jays needed. They needed to get the base hit. Chapman is in. He got ground out in the 7th. And that makes for really painful viewing, really. A lot of 0-3s in this game. Especially in the first few innings, we couldn't buy a run. Chapman leaves that for strike 1. He was swinging through it. The Blue Jays just really swinging at anything, just hoping something will hit. You need to do that, really. Oh, that was very unnecessary by Chapman. He's gone for strike 2. That should have been ball 1. Oh, and Chapman's got hit with the ball. And that's going to be a walk.
Now that second baseman.
And ouch. Well, in comes Esball. 1 out. 1 man on first base. The pitch. He's gone to the left. This could be a double play. It is. And that's the end of the game. Tremendous double play by the Orioles. They take the win. After 2 home runs and 3 home runs and another scoring run as well. And that is it here in Baltimore today. And tomorrow the season will continue. It was a great second half of the game, really. 2 for the Orioles in the 5th, their highest scoring of 1 innings. And a great opening day where the Orioles take the win. The Blue Jays put up a fight to make it at the end, but they just fell short. But there's still another 3 games in this series to go and plenty of the season. Hope you'll join us for all of it. Baseball is back. I'm Sir Michaels. I'm signing off. Good evening to you all, and thank you for tuning in.